I was expecting all that to be
I was
like the
trying to
cold
find it.
open, but we didn't really say anything like cold open worthy. So
No.
Argo, say something funny. Say something funny right now. Say the funniest thing you could think of. Argo, go. Say something funny. You're not saying anything. You're not. Say something at least.
You're still talking.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, shut the fuck.
Oh my god.
I have been fighting to keep my cameos down today.
Oh yeah, that's
Throughout
going
the day.
really fucking well for you. Sorry I didn't
Jesus
reply to your
fucking
picture. That shit's
Christ.
crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm now
What?
in the top. I'm pushing top 50. I'm 51st right now
Oh my god, in cameo?
of all cameo creators.
Yeah.
God damn.
Now, most people around me in this list charge hundreds of dollars per video, and I do not. I charge 5. But
Wow.
that makes me more accessible, and I'm the one furry up there. I don't know what's going on. So I started the day with like a mid-20s queue because I totally did not finish it out last night like I should have. And I have been fighting all day to beat that queue down, and I'm still at 16. It keeps refreshing.
Jeez.
Oh
But
my
hey,
God.
it's good news. It's pretty much confirmed my Anthrocon.
Yeah, holy shit.
I mean, I don't see... Again, when I send those things to you, like, I'm not trying to brag that I'm like, oh, look at me, make money.
No,
I'm like,
take
genuinely
it as
astonished
such.
that this is happening, and I'm like, this is fucking cool.
What kinds of things are you being asked to do?
More recently, during this boom of requests, it's been a lot of like it's wild. It's been a lot of my friend just got out of a relationship. What's advice? Or a lot of happy birthdays.
Okay.
A lot of my friend is feeling down and depressed. Give advice. And I'm like, yeah, I've got advice for that. I'm very good at talking about that stuff. And what I usually try to go for a 1 to 2 minute videos have been accidentally going closer to 3 to 4 minutes. But it's because I get talking and I want to help people feel better.
It's the ADHD.
Positivity stuff is like half your TikTok, so
yeah.
And then like the some of the other stuff gets kind of just random. I'm trying to think of one. My favorite ones, not to be fair. When it comes to I was gonna say it was the fantasy football stuff that has happened every year so far. I don't think I've done it this year yet. Hopefully those come back up because I do want to do them again. Where people just paid me to do draft order. So, here's 8 teams, choose them randomly, and then tell them the draft. And then they also would include, also say a little something about this team. And those are, the most, I definitely don't get paid enough to do those, but I have fun with them. So it's kind of like the trade-off, because it's kind of goofy and silly. And also, I'm just some random-ass furry reading off a draft order for a fantasy league. What reality do I live in?
I should ask my furry fantasy hockey league, see if we could get you on that to decide our draft order or some shit.
I mean, I'd do it, and friends get it for free, but
let's go.
The funny thing here is so I've seen a couple of them on I got tagged in YouTube. Somebody found my YouTube channel and tagged me as the TikTok that they uploaded as a YouTube short.
Holy shit.
So they're making it to YouTube. Several have made it to TikTok. Cameo the Cameo official TikTok put out a hype video for furry creators, which featured me, Pixie, Fox, and a couple others that I don't know. That was wild. And I had this thought, Misha and Argo. I had this thought. My next weird thing that's really gonna send me is when somebody who doesn't know that I'm friends with their friend gets them a cameo of me. So they're gonna get a cameo of Saul's the Wolf, and they're like, "I know him. We hang out at cons," and they're gonna be like, "What?
What?"
And I'm gonna get a DM, and they're gonna be like, "Look what I got for my fucking birthday," and I'm gonna be like,
"Oh my god!"
It's just been incredibly wild, and honestly, with the whole not having a car thing and Anthrocon coming up, and also trying to facilitate some things with Ollie, the extra income is welcome. So
yeah, I bet.
We're gonna keep doing that, and I'm like, dude, I'm putting in 2 to 3 hours of filming every day right now, basically, and I'm like, I can't say no to this though. I have to eat this up while it exists, because what if it doesn't exist in 2 weeks from now? I have no clue where these people came from and why. It just happened. I don't know if TikTok or not TikTok. I don't know if Cameo was just we're gonna promote furry creators now, and I just happened to be one of the the more notable ones on there. And I think it's because I think even the others have like a couple bucks more on their request than me. And my thought has always been it's a couple minutes of video and it's $5. Everybody's got like a $5, $5 in their pocket. So I'm like, oh, throw $5 at this guy to say something stupid,
That's the thing.
I just want to keep approachable.
You're up there with like other creators who charge so much more because you don't charge that much, and you're able to like put out a bunch of videos rapidly to people who are just like, oh, I want a quick video saying like, oh, happy birthday, or like, oh, giving quick advice to my friend, or oh, say this really stupid line. Like, it's not costing them much, but over time you're getting all of those little requests, and it's really adding up.
Yeah, and that's basically what's come. It's not a whole lot of money at once. It's just a ton of requests quickly, and suddenly I can take a shot at Anthrocon.
It's like
Misha,
checking.
We should hop on this cameo train.
Do you hop on the cameo?
I've told
grind?
Misha.
I know. I should. Yeah, it's like checking your fast food budget at the end of the month. You like buy a bunch of little things as like little treats for yourselves, and then at the end of the month you're like, oh fuck. It's like that, but opposite. People are buying little treats from you, and you're looking at that like, fuck yeah.
And I need to be very honest and clear. I've been on Cameo since
Let me be clear.
2021?
Oh, jeez, really?
It was back when my old roommate was here. They're the one that got me into Cameo.
Oh.
And he got me into it around July or August of that year. It was 2021. Because we were back to doing conventions. And I think for the first 6 months, I didn't get a single request. I actually forgot about it. And then it was like towards MFF that year or like January, I got a couple requests and a couple requests and a couple requests here and there, here and there. And then that whole next year went from like, obviously I went like 6 months without none. I made like a small bit amount of money. It was like a couple $100 like that second, in like the second year.
God damn.
And then it's varied throughout the years since then till now 2025. But like it used to be a good month would be $100 or so. That's not bad. That's a couple of my small utility bills, or it's one of my utility bills, like that's good. That's solid. And then more recently, late last year coming into this year, it's been more like late last year, definitely coming into this year, it's been like higher than 100 every month. And I'm like, whoa,
God damn.
What's this? I'm gonna keep this up. And then whatever the fuck happened 2 weeks ago, I'm just like, I can't stop. There's so many. It's like lightly stressful. It's like lightly stressful, but also it's like in the end, it's like a couple hours of just throwing sauce on, saying something stupid for 2 minutes, waiting my phone to take 2 minutes to upload the damn thing, and then doing another one.
There you
I think
go.
that's the killer time. Is there's like that break of like I have to wait for it to upload.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what do you do for 2 minutes? I don't want to sit there standing in solace, like Jesus Christ. So I take them off. I go press play on a YouTube video for like 2 minutes, and then I redo it again.
Scroll through a couple TikToks.
And I do it again. Yeah, it's been crazy though. It's been interesting.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm doing it.
Welcome back to Bark Bark Squeak. I'm your host Misha. To my left is Solace. To my right is my boyfriend Argo, who will be joining us this week. Ruby
That's
is
kind of gay.
You're
kind of gay,
actually
a little
wrong.
bit. What?
I'm not your boyfriend. I am on your right.
You're my podcast host.
I am on your right.
No, if you're looking at the people
Yeah,
watching
you
us
said
right
on my
now,
right.
the people. Okay, babe. The people watching us right now. You're on my
Misha,
left.
I need you. Yeah, right. But you said on right. You're right. Misha's right.
Oh my god, this isn't.
You're
this isn't
wrong.
The episode.
Hold your fucking fingers up. L's in the chat.
Yeah, L.
L.
L and backwards L, you are on the L side. And I said to my left is Solace. And to my right...
My left infers Misha as... Right. Wait?
Anyway, today we're going to be talking... Today we're
Chat, let us know if I was
about...
wrong or if Misha was right.
No, they're all going to say I'm right. Well, okay, there's going to be people that are like, actually, from Misha's perspective, he's wrong. But chat, get his ass. Mods, get his ass. But yeah, today's episode is going to be... it's going to be mainly sports related for the second half, but for the first half, I'm going to talk about my time at Furlandia, because I just got back from that a couple days ago. And yeah.
I'm gonna shame Ruby and say Ruby left us for boba again.
Ruby left us for boba?
I wanted to say milk, but I'm like, you know what? I don't think she would leave for just milk.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, she's on another...
So it's just us kids.
We ran out of coffee beans in the back, so she had to go make a delivery real quick. Yeah. But yeah.
That be a Colombian stuff.
So I am back from Furlandia, which takes place in Portland, Oregon, and has done so for the past roughly decade or so.
It's 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years minus the 2020, and I think 2021 they didn't have it either, but...
It's been running that con for 10 years, excluding COVID year?
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's really been popping off recently, though.
Yeah, it was like...
Portland, fucking Oregon.
Yeah. They were, like, growing for a while there, and then COVID happened, and that set their numbers back at least a little bit. But they've just been growing just crazy amounts, which I will get into. But yeah, I would say that this Furlandia might be one of my favorite cons of all time.
Damn, you said about that the last con. Actually, no, I don't think MFF was in that.
MFF
AC was really big for you.
AC was really big for me. AC and MFF were roughly the same, but for very different reasons. But there were a few criticisms I have of Furlandia, which I will get into. But a lot of them are going to be resolved by next year. But yeah, it was, I got to meet a bunch of friends that I've seen online, and I'm just going to go through roughly the notes I took, because I took notes, because I have to fucking make a video about this. Homework's due on Friday. And, yeah. So, day 0, I went out and, hung out in the lobby, and I get a text in the group chat, the Furlandia chat, that was like, Misha, are you sitting right across from me? And I look up, and somebody's looking at me, and they just burst out laughing, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? So, day 0, I already made new friends. And we just chatted the whole time. They
sends you the message. Your hair smells really nice.
Sniff, God. We were just chatting, and the Furlandia staff was like, "Hey, we're gonna do pre-registration for sponsors and patron members the night before, if you'd like, if you just so happen to be here." And I just so happened to be there, so I went and did that. So I got my badge super early on. This turned out to save my ass because lines were the biggest criticism of this con.
Line con.
It really was line con. Day 1, I actually met Buddy very early on, which, if you remember, yeah, Buddy was a guest we had on a few weeks back. Apparently he was out of suit and saw me, and he was in the middle of a work call or something and rushed upstairs to get into Buddy to come down and meet me before I moved. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's a very Buddy thing to do, though.
It is. We got a picture together, and editing Misha, throw that on the screen. Also, apologies if I sound weird or I sound tired or I kind of stopped talking the second half of the episode. Half the reason we have Argo on here is because I'm sick, and Solace and Argo can talk about sports for the second half.
Yeah, sports ball.
Yeah,
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be fun sports.
It will. Yes, it will be fun sports. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. You are an otter.
That's yeah, true.
Anyways, Furlandia
was so fun.
Back to that. You're the Furlandia guy. We need you
I
on
am
this.
the Furlandia guy. I also have ADHD and I'm sick and my brain is so foggy. So I met Buddy, and then Buddy, I think, had to go take another work call. So
Jesus.
He went upstairs, and then
Buddy be busy.
Buddy was very busy. 20 or so minutes later, I get a message from Mex that he was up. And so Mex is Eyebolt, by the way. We've talked about him before. We really need to have him on the show. He's a delight. But so Mex
was talking about Outer Wilds shit.
Yeah. Mex and Mort came downstairs.
The Outer Wilds. Sorry.
Yeah, it could be the Outer Wilds episode. Yeah.
The Outer Wilds episode featuring Mex.
Right. Mex and Mort come downstairs, and we're all hanging out, and it was so fucking cool to meet them in person. So we're hanging out, we're suiting, we're having a good time, we're just running around being goobers, and then we end up in like the seating area, and Mex is like, hey, JD Puppy messaged me, and do we all want to go get Dutch Bros? Which Dutch Bros is within walking distance. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, because, you know, JD, I also wanted to meet them because they're super cool, and I love their suit, and getting to meet them in person, they're just, everyone, I'm gonna be a broken record, everyone in that group was a fucking delight and just made that weekend so awesome. So...
And somehow shorter than you.
Yeah, I was the tallest one in that group, Solace.
That is true.
Yeah.
I feel this is gonna kill me, and I'd have to look through. I feel like I've met Mex in real life, but maybe I haven't. I've seen that suit so much. Maybe I've gaslit myself into thinking I have.
He was at MFF apparently.
There's no way I didn't see him.
Yeah, I didn't see him at MFF. But
oh no.
So I headed back to the hotel after getting the coffee because they all went up to their room. They were all rooming together too. JD,
all these delightful people were all in the same room.
They were roommates, and I was over there in my own room editing Misha. Slap a picture of my room. My room was fucking huge. That shit was so nice.
Nice.
Rooming on your own is kata based. I turned that thermostat down to 60 degrees. Go ahead and judge me. And
he doesn't get to turn it down that low here.
Dude, I kept that thing ice cold the entire weekend.
At conventions, I kick that shit down to as low as it'll let me go because I know inevitably I will be suiting.
Yeah.
And or suit cuddles.
I got to meet up with someone named Music Will, who really wanted to meet me.
Luca!
Yeah, Luca! They were super nice. I feel bad because we wanted to get lunch together and that just never came to be. That's one of the things that I've been gauging Furlandia's growth with is 2023. I felt like I did everything I wanted to and then some and had like extra time. Dude, this year there were things I didn't get to do and people I didn't get to see. So like Furlandia's growing into a bigger con.
Oh man, and let's talk about how the poppy for Misha got recognized.
Oh jeez, I did get recognized. I got recognized day 0. I already mentioned.
Yeah,
that.
You're telling you posted that to the BBM chat, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah, it was yeah. And so
next guest of honor,
dude. Okay, I would take that in a heartbeat, man. If they were like,
I want guest of honor. I just want the experience. Like obviously your whole thing is like to help and entertain and like enrich the con.
Yeah,
like that's kind of why you're a guest of honor. So like it's more than that, but like it's definitely like a bucket list item that'd be super cool.
Yeah,
run around, make people smile.
Yeah, I went to the dealer's den, which was admittedly way too small. That was another spot where there was just a shit ton of lines the entire time.
Of course there's lions everywhere.
Yeah, because there's art. Ha ha ha. I did run into my suit maker, Dragon Girl Studio, who was in the artist alley, who had a caribou suit. I think it was a caribou. They wheeled it by because they were going to go set up. And I was like, oh my god, hey, what's up? Like, and they were like, oh yeah, I have this pre-made that I'm hoping to sell. I found them an hour after Artist Alley opened, and the suit was gone. And I thought that they like hadn't set it up yet. No, within 10 minutes of opening, they sold the suit.
Just gone.
It was someone bought it.
Whoever bought that, you're a suit sibling to Misha.
You are. We did take a picture together.
Oh, did you meet the person that had the suit?
I did. We met after the fursuit parade, which I will talk about here in a second.
I'm glad there was follow-up there. That's cool.
Yeah. And then we did the Bark Bark Meow episode. Woo, that was so fun. We talked about the
afterbark, right?
Yeah, the afterbark. We talked about the fucking fuck ass that was hitting me, like trying to bring up the shit during a con.
Oh, I was like, hey bud, Satalo,
yeah,
from fucking Garden State for the win.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I replied to him and I was like, I won't be replying to you further. I will be talking to anyone else who wants to talk to me on staff. I'm not talking to you anymore. Anyway, not what I want to talk about.
Yeah. Another episode. There will be follow up for that. I guarantee.
Yeah. So I went to I went to a room party on Friday. Not that type of room party. There was drinking and it was 18 plus, but like pants were on. Had a couple drinks. Damn. Had a couple drinks, and then I went to the bad movie panel, which Mex was running, and I need to remember the name of the show. Argo sent me 3 Argoot Peak things to the thing I sent him earlier.
Yes.
It was
I
like
thought that was most of your communication.
Yeah.
Just peek stickers at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like half-hearted messages.
God, what was it called? It was called The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra was the name of the movie. And boy,
I've heard it.
Mex was right. This movie did suck. I watched a good majority of the movie, and then I went back to the room party because, you know, I was hanging out with a bunch of people. Had a couple more beers. I guess I had ciders, and then somebody
ciders.
there.
I used to drink a lot of apple cider.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good.
Somebody there who I feel the need to mention they were a baby fur because once I mention the drink, it'll make so much more sense. But they told me that if you mix a Capri Sun with a shot of vodka, it's like really fucking good. And somehow that's
delightful.
They were right. It was really good. It just sounds very baby fur coated, like Capri Sun and a shot of vodka.
It's a clear liquor with a citrusy like drink that's just like go to anything with vodkas.
Yeah. And
so it'd probably do well with a shot of Everclear in it, except for it just burned a little bit more.
Oh Jesus. I had one of those.
Yeah, I'm giving people ideas. Whoops.
And I was drunk. I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I was having so much fun. And then I had a cider on the way out, like in the last half hour. I just remembered that I had that last cider. And I was chatting with people, having a great time, chatting with this one guy, and we were just like talking about first time we ever got high and like other stories from our past and everything. And you know, we get done and I head back upstairs and I'm getting ready for bed and I am struggling. And that's when I'm like, uh-oh. Like I might have had too much to drink.
You're like literally like trying to stand straight up, but you're like sideways walking.
Yeah. What's crazy is I like for a while there was like, oh, I forgot to record a because I tried to record a vlog thing at the beginning and the end of the day. I was like, oh, I forgot to record one at the end of Friday. No, I did. I just forgot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So it's there.
Did you do another fucking drunk one? Yes,
I did.
You did that in Anthrocon too, didn't you?
I was high.
Was that no? It was MFF.
It was MFF, and I I
Yeah, because you were like, I probably will delete this. And you're like, no, fuck that. I'm posting this. So the legacy continues. The saga continues on those.
It's so. I'm like
fucked up recording.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, I'm probably going to pay for this in the morning. And I've said it multiple times that I will fight God before I throw up. I threw up.
You threw up?
I threw up.
You threw up.
At like 4 a.m. Spent the first half of Saturday hungover.
Oh, yeah.
And
I also spent the first half of Saturday hungover, but that was just a me thing on a Friday night.
Because we both talked on the afterbark. I just remembered we were both like, yeah, we're gonna go drink, we're gonna have a good time. I also realized I haven't drank since New Year's.
Holy shit.
On top of all of the shit that I drank there, it was drink responsibly, everybody that's listening. Normally I do. This was a bit of a blunder by you, boy.
Yo, you forget sometimes. You forget, you're like, oh shit, I hadn't drank in a while. Why did I just drown 3 shots and 6 beers? What the fuck?
Yeah, because I think by the time the night was done, it's granted I started at 6 and ended at noon. Midnight. I had what? Or midnight, sorry, yeah.
The alcoholics noon.
I had 5 ciders and 1 mixed drink.
I mean, that'll do you.
Yeah, it was like I felt great at the party. I was vibing. I was wearing Rascal. I was talking to guys. I was just hanging out. And I get back up to my room and it was like, oh no, bro. Like, I could not fucking trying to get undressed to go to bed.
The one time it sucks to not have a roommate.
Yeah.
Could use a little bit of care.
Right. And
We'll
so
help here.
I love in my notes it says day 2 ... hungover. I had suiting stuff to do because there was the picture and the fursuit parade at noon and 1. So I dragged my useless corpse out of bed at like 10 a.m. to take a shower and get ready for that. And I have an adorable picture. Eddie, Misha put it on the screen. You know the one of me with like a plush bone in my mouth. And I look so fucking cute. I'm just a cutie patootie. So cute. And I am fucking dying under that suit, dude. My real face. I don't think I can put into words how like miserable I had to have looked under that. Like, here's the picture, Solace. It's on Telegram.
Why you do not look it for sure. You definitely do not look hungover and beat.
Just a little cutie patootie.
I'm wondering because like how did I fare better than you on Rumpelman's night?
I don't know.
I mean, I was down for a while, but I recovered pretty well after I slept in a little bit.
Argo, take a look at the bottle on top of our shelf. On top of our fridge, right?
Oh, yeah.
Solace drank basically like 3/4 of that in one night.
Dear God.
Yeah. Like I want to say I had 2 shots out of it. Yeah. I want to say I had 2 shots out of it because we took that 1 shot and I made a drink. Did I make a drink? Or I might have just taken 2 shots.
I don't think Pip didn't have any.
No.
Yeah, and no, I think you had all of like a couple, and then
you fucking had the rest.
We had to. Was that when we cracked the bottle, or did we do that the night before? I can't remember. We cracked
the bottle the night before because I think you got like a promotion or something. Or you'd just gotten the job.
Oh, it was because I quit Casey's.
Yeah, that was it. You quit, and we did take a shot the first night to celebrate that.
So yeah, there was a little bit from the night before, like a couple shots from the night before, and then a couple shots from Misha that next night, and then the rest of it was me.
Yeah. So,
Oopsies.
We did the fursuit photo, and I did the fursuit parade, and you know what? I still like doing fursuit parades. I'm not going to do it at AC though. AC I think is just too
AC's
big of a parade.
Is so long. They almost need to do 2.
Yeah. During that time, I ran into
the block party.
The block party is fun.
Block party goes hard,
yes. And I gotta do that again.
Fuck yeah.
I ran into Quinn and Stripe, who are 2 of my good friends and were my roommates for Furlandia 2023. Fuck it, we ball. That was our motto. I also ran into Marshall, who I said was my suit maker, and I took a picture with my suit siblings. Quinn, the person who bought the caribou suit, which I can't remember off the top of my head, and there was a third person who I also can't remember because I'd never seen them before, but it was super cool to meet other like Dragon Girl Studio suitors because Misha's maker is very small. So like, you know, I don't just get to see other suitors made by Marshall out in the wild. Yeah, I went straight back to my hotel room after that. I like had to take a minute to recharge. The dance comp was at 3. Mex really wanted me to go, and I actually really did want to go. I get there, or it was at 3:30, and I get there at 3, and the line is going from, I don't know how to explain this without a picture, but it was going, Eddie Misha put a picture. It was going from the convention, like the ballroom, all the way through a portion of the lobby and down the hallway leading to the hotel rooms. And I saw that line, and I went right back to my hotel room and took a nap.
That's awesome.
I was already hungover. I just didn't want to deal with it. Got up, DoorDashed some Raising Cane's, and you know what? It's pretty good. I liked Raising Cane's.
I'm sure
Raising
DoorDashing
Cane's,
it wasn't as good, but
I did DoorDash it, so.
Didn't I DoorDash Raising Cane's at MFF?
You did, and it wasn't great.
It was drunk fine. It was drunk great, actually.
It was
I'll be honest
delectable.
With you. I was after that much I drank, I was loving it.
Yeah.
I'm sending you TikToks for later.
Okay.
Because I'm fucking behind.
After that, I got up, went to a room party, and it was that type this time, and I can't go into detail, but I get a message from Mex and Mort who are like, "Hey, come hang out with us in the lobby," or like, we have a surprise for you, I think is all they said. And I was like, uh-oh. What does that mean? And so I go back up to my room. I was kind of looking for an excuse to leave the party, to be honest, but I wasn't feeling the vibe. But I went up to my room. Yeah, I went up to my room, recorded a thing that was like, I don't know what they want. I get out, and they're both dressed as fucking King Harkinian from the old Zelda CDI games. I found the surprise. I wonder what's for dinner. My boy. I don't think the rifle. It's a courage to protect me. It's literally. You saved me. You saved me. You saved me. And
yeah,
I'm just like, JD is wearing Mex's suit, and I don't realize it until like 20 minutes in that that's not Mex, that's JD, because Mex was one of the kings, and they're just like walking around the fucking con floor, just like, oh, you saved me. I wonder what's for dinner, and just repeating different things from the old.
A bunch of lines
things.
from CDI. Yeah. Jesus.
They were like, "This Furlandia is what all true cons strive for," and just shit like that. I have a video of JD
walking
wearing
shit posts.
Oh, dude, it was so fucking funny. Highlight of the entire con. That made my night. I was just gonna DoorDash food and go to bed, because like I said, I was kind of planning on leaving the party anyway. And like they made that entire night. They made that entire con experience just like 10 times better. I haven't laughed that hard in months, and just apparently they had a third friend, Tahoe, who they actually did this at MFF with the 3 of them dressed as King Harkinian.
That's wild. It's a whole thing that they do. Shit.
Yeah, like I didn't even see it at.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Yeah. And so we went up to their room. I got invited to their room. I was happy.
Oh my god.
We went up to their room. They kind of like desuited and took a break. I also desuited because I was wearing Misha at the time. And we're walking out, and the third king, who's not at the con, we're walking. I have a video of it, and we're all just like hanging out, walking. And he sends a voice message that's like, "My shit sails in the morning." And we all just lose our shit. We all just laugh so fucking hard.
Do that. Just show up. Just show up. Just be cool about it. Don't make a big scene about it. Just show up. My shit sails in the morning.
And so we end up just like fucking walking around the con dance floor. And just so many people were, oh my god. We got it at one point where we had the entire dance floor going, ho, 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 on beat of the music. And yeah.
Oh god, furries are great.
Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Love furries.
I was gonna go to bed at like 10 p.m. that night. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. And fucking, the last day, somebody said they wanted to meet me in the lobby, and they gifted me a plastic spoon. And that's because I put in my how to find me at Furlandia under the dues. I said that you could give me a plastic spoon. And I have a plastic spoon, baby, and I'm gonna hold on to that. Because that was so silly.
Good thing no one gave you a plastic fork, because that was under your don'ts.
That was under my don'ts, yeah. People were like, what about sporks? What about knives? And it's like, guys, it's situational, man. If I need a knife, I'll appreciate the plastic knife. But I got to hang out in the lobby with a couple of friends, and then JD came down and actually came up to my room and helped me pack my stuff, and I checked out, and I moved my stuff to their room because I wanted to go to the dance battles, because I've never gone to those, and I have had little to no interest in the fursuit dance side of things. There's a can of worms that was opened. That shit's kind of hype.
Oh.
That shit is so hype.
That shit goes hard.
It does go hard. I wasn't ready for how hard that goes. There were some times where I was like, okay. But, like, just, like, I think one of the biggest things was, like, the respect that they all had for each other and, like, the passion that was going into it. Like, so dance battles, if you don't know, they don't get to choose the music. They just have to, like, kind of improv their way through it. So it's not like a set choreography. They have to make it up on the spot. And it was super cool seeing what some of the people were doing. And just like, you know, win or lose, they always hugged at the end of it. And they were like, oh, you did such a good fucking job. And it was just super cool to see the sportsmanship of it all. And like the energy throughout, you could feel the room was just full of energy. Everybody was digging it. Everybody was having a great time. And I was also having a great time. And then I had to leave because that was the last thing that I was able to do. So, yeah. JD, Glacier, Mex, and Mort all like hung out next to my car because they helped me carry their stuff out. Shout out to all of them. That helped a lot. And we all just like chatted by my car for 20 minutes, and then they went and got lunch, and I had to leave. And that was the end of Furlandia.
Then the sad drive home.
The sad drive home. It's yeah. It's always bittersweet leaving because it's like, man, I made so many fucking good memories. Why did it have to end? Yeah.
But
It's
you
awesome.
can look forward to next year.
I can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, because next year...
Oh, I was going to say a couple
Yeah.
things, yeah.
They are moving venues. They have fucking far outgrown the venue because, like I said, this was LineCon. 2,700 people is way too many people for a venue of that size because it's a one-floor venue.
Yeah, it's at an airport hotel, which is not very big.
It felt crowded with 1,000. There were 2,700 people this year. Last year there were 2,000. This year there were 2,700 people.
Next year there'll be 4,200.
See, I think next year...
Honestly, probably.
I'm thinking 35. Argo thinks they are going to hit 4,000.
Yeah,
I see it being so, especially with what this episode is going to help with, obviously promoting their con.
Yes.
I see a lot of people, especially with this venue growth, with that expansion, I see a lot of people being like, okay, I think Furlandia is my next big con to try out before it becomes a big con.
Yes.
So I see, that's why I think the doubling or more is actually, so I'm saying 4,200 conservatively, to be honest, because
that's fair.
I just think a lot of people are going to see this on their radar now. Because I'll be real with you, I made a joke at the very beginning about, it's fucking Portland, Oregon. Nobody typically thinks to go to Portland, Oregon for vacation. I'm just going to be real with you.
Not really.
I don't ever think I've had the thought to go to Portland.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Did our Wi-Fi cut out? Uh-oh. My Wi-Fi cut out. We're gonna BRB and come back when our Wi-Fi's back. Our back. Our Wi-Fi's back.
Hello?
Hi, our Wi-Fi cut out.
Wi-Fi. That's my Wi-Fi. That's my Wi-Fi.
It's my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Hi. But
we do got to move on.
I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
This new location for the con is like the middle of downtown Portland. Because the other place was at the airport, which was like to the north end of Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this is gonna be like dead center in Portland. There's like so many places you can just walk to for getting food and all that stuff, and that's gonna be awesome. And I don't know if it's actually gonna be in the convention center because it's at a hotel that's like right across the street from the convention center.
I would say it was
Portland.
They got the convention center, but maybe I misread it.
I think it's probably just gonna be the hotel.
Okay.
But if it gets even bigger, they got the convention center right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. I have gone from knowing about Furlandia these last couple of years because Misha, and I've heard of it before, but like I've never had the thought of really going to Furlandia. That's definitely one of those. It's way over there, and if I'm going to do something like that, I'm thinking like probably more like a further confusion down in California or something. But like now it's definitely on my radar, and if you think I'm the only person thinking it's on my radar,
no,
you're wrong. So I'm thinking at least 4,000. I could see higher. Because I think a lot of people are going to get this is going to hit their radar and they're going to say, you know what, I want to try out. I have no other reason to go to Oregon. Why not?
God, yeah. Yeah, another thing that Argo didn't mention is the metro system leading to the con space is so good. Like,
public transit is really, really good.
I saw people online saying that you can get a day pass for $6 and you can just go anywhere in Portland.
Yeah. Like
on their transit system.
That's awesome. That facilitates like going out and doing shit outside the con, which a lot of cons, like especially MFF, I am very adverse against because I don't want to spend a ton of money or time trying to get an Uber or Lyft to go do something near Chicago or in Chicago.
Yeah, that was my criticism between AC and MFF is like AC, there was a lot more stuff downtown you could do. There was a lot of food options. MFF, if you wanted food, you kind of had to DoorDash it, which DoorDash has kind of changed the game in that regard because now I can just DoorDash whatever the food I want, but
fucking great Thai food.
It's like you can't really go out to eat.
Yeah. But now you will be able to. Hey, boys.
Tacos in about a month.
Tacos in about a month. You're so
tacos.
right.
In a random hallway in the
Oh. And then
as Uncle Kage walks past us.
I forgot he walked past us. He did. We're just all sitting there munching. He's just like, yeah.
Hi, Kage.
We exist.
Anyway, we got to move on to the second topic. Point being, Furlandia was great. If you're listening to this, go to Furlandia. I think it's going to be the con that I return to almost every year.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll make it next year, but within the next couple, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely have FWA to really think about next year, so that's going to have to go first and foremost. Yeah, sounds fucking great.
Yeah.
Glad you're good. Still sounding pretty good. Your voice ain't completely fucking shot yet.
That's good. I thought my voice was going to be a lot worse than it is right now. My throat's actually doing a lot better. I took some Dayquil.
Hell yeah.
I got NyQuil on
Thanks,
deck.
Argo. Winks.
No. Maybe
I did help him though. I got him chicken noodle soup.
He got me soup and a big water, and he was very. I appreciate
Did you take
very
my
much.
advice?
No.
What's
you like
your
honey?
advice?
If my he told me honey ginger
Hot honey ginger tea.
yeah.
And if you can't do ginger
yeah.
tea, do hot honey and whatever tea you like.
If my throat
Well, not hot honey.
still
Hot tea with honey.
Yeah, if my throat still is bad by tomorrow, I probably will. But it's already getting better, so. But yes, I will keep that advice in mind.
Well, it's just good for you too.
Yeah.
And then you just take all the supplements, all the fucking supplements, zinc, vitamin C, whatever. A lot of it.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
drink a lot.
I should make some emergency. Yeah.
That's why I always buy the emergency that has the plus zinc on it. Because basically, from my knowledge, vitamin C is an immune booster, which means it doesn't exactly help you when you already have a cold. It kind of helps strengthen it so you're not going to have a worse cold, but you're not preventing it. Vitamin C is prevention. Zinc is what's supposed to help during a cold.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Okay.
In the comments below, tell me if I'm right or wrong. That's why I think that's why they have those products. It's always by the one that's emergency plus zinc.
I just use ivermectin. No, I'm kidding. /J/J.
Wait. Speaking of good old America, baseball.
God. Yeah, baseball. See, that was the segue I was going for.
Yeah.
So we were going to try and carry this conversation a little bit more, but Misha talked way more than he expected.
I'm sorry.
And it's fine. It's great. Honestly, Furlandia is like the thing to talk about. And I think it's going to go incredibly well next year. I think it's going to grow. And it could be, it could be one of those top numbers, But regardless, it'll be fun. We were thinking about like, what can me and Argo talk about? It's like sports. And then I was like,
sports.
Baseball's kind of happening right now. And I'm actually, I started off disappointed this year, thinking it was going to be another year. But now I'm very happy. My Cardinals are actually doing something right now.
I was gonna say, you guys both
Mariners are kind of cooking too.
I believe they're right about the same record right now. I have to double check. I think the Cardinals are 27 or 28 and like 22 and 23. They're real close to that 10 over. So it's always a good rule of thumb. You want to stay at least 10 wins above your losses. And that's just to like kind of sneak in on wild card because 90 wins typically gets you in the playoffs. You gotta get up there. Yeah, it's not a guarantee, because things could get squirrely. But if you're in the 90s, you're feeling pretty good. And to be like the top dog winning team, now you got to be closer to 100, which used to be like if you got in the like 95 to 99 range, you were almost guaranteed to be like one of the better teams, if not the top team in MLB. Now it's like if you're not putting up 100 wins in a season, you're not. And it's all because of how it's all structured now, and there's like the double wild card spots now, and that means more teams get in at lower win rates, which is fine. But
It's fine.
Yeah, so I don't know what the Mariners are doing. Are they doing?
The Mariners, they're doing pretty good. Last season they were like really. They had like a top 3 pitching staff, but then also a bottom 3 hitting.
Bottom?
Like they're top 3 in pitching and bottom 3 in hitting last season. And now they're kind of in more towards the middle of both. They have Kyle Raleigh at catcher, who I think either leads or is tied for the most home runs so far this season.
Speaking of pitching, editing Misha, show the commission Argo just got.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say sports.
Got that last night. It is, I think, the best commission I've ever gotten. I am genuinely so happy with it.
You should see about somebody formatting it to cardstock size and getting it printed on a card.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm planning to actually that size, Argo, a little bigger, and making it a badge.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say Argo. Actually, so fuck off, Misha. That's a great like anniversary / present for later. That now Argo, you'll have to wait until Misha gets it to you.
I'm gonna try to get it for AC.
I'm actually kind of upset. Holy shit! Cardinals are 30-24, which is solid. They're playing the Orioles right now, which are a 19-34 team. They lost to them yesterday by 1 run, which is a kick in the nuts when you're beating a team that has about twice as many losses to wins. You don't lose to a team that's losing that badly. And they're currently down to 3-4 right now in the 6th. Oh, come on, what the fuck? They just played 2 really good teams and either split the series or won the series, and now you're gonna go play a team that you're supposed to sweep, and you're gonna tell me you're gonna lose this series to them? What? No.
Be real.
Mariners right now are 29-23. They're leading the AL West by a game and a half. It would have been much higher if our last series we didn't go 1-3 to the Astros, who are in second. Which was
that's the fucking killer thing right now. Is you're 1.5 in your league, right? And the Cardinals are behind the Cubs by 3, being 30-24. The Cubs are, I guess, fucking doing something.
Yeah, the AL West is kind of mid. I'll be real. Because you got the Angels and Athletics, who are just not good. Athletics are actually kind of decent, but they're not doing well in the standings. Yeah. The Angels suck, and the Rangers and Astros are both kind of mid.
Got you. I'm just gonna watch Shohei Ohtani.
I don't like that man. I fucking hate the Dodgers.
I hate the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers, but I like Shohei. It's like I could hate Kansas City all day long, but I liked watching Mahomes play.
I disagree with that as well.
Oh no.
I can like individual players and want them to play well.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree more precisely about Mahomes because he's a fucking crybaby. But that's all.
Okay, he wasn't a crybaby his entire career. His rookie year, the year after, and the second full year were him just fucking going at it. Some of the best football you'll ever see played by a quarterback.
And then one of his teammates has a flag, and it cancels out a play that would have been really, really good. And then he cries about it because his teammate had a flag.
I mean, no, you're allowed to scream at your fucking teammate about it.
No, he was talking about it to the media. He was like, they shouldn't have called it back because of how awesome of a play it was. When it was actually a flag and his teammate was stepped over the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag on the play, but that play was so awesome. We're taking it back. We're not taking it back. That play was so kick-ass.
It was one of the ones where he threw it to Travis Kelce, and then Travis Kelce pitched it back, and they got a touchdown.
Travis Kelce, that's the person that's still dating Taylor Swift, or did they break up?
Yeah. From my knowledge, they're still together. It's something they got way blown out of proportion. Nobody should have gave a single fuck about that. But
yeah.
If you watch any Chiefs game, you're gonna see Taylor 50 different times.
Right, which I'm fine with because it triggers the conservatives so much, and I'm so down for that. Other than that, I could care less. That makes me laugh a lot, and I loved it during the Super Bowl.
That part was funny.
Because they honestly didn't show her enough at that point. I actually wanted more.
I wanted to see her cry.
I wanted her to get down on stage with Kendrick.
Oh my god, that halftime show was so good. Did we ever talk about that? I think we did.
Oh, we mentioned it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody's career is ruined because of that.
Oh my god. He actually came out with a song recently.
So I don't know how you
song
would.
is a strong word. What?
Yeah.
Drake
Yeah, he
came
came out
with
with a
an
song.
album, and it's
It
like
was a whole album.
It's like awful.
I've only
yeah,
heard
nobody
the
likes
one.
it.
I've only heard the one. Where
One of
like,
them is like, I guess it's supposed to be like Spanish, and it's
yeah,
just
that's
dog.
what I'm talking about.
That one's
Something
awful.
something madre, mi amor. It's like
They're like, it's like Spanish people wouldn't even want to talk like that. Like, yeah, it's the words, but it's not even how they would say it in like a conversation. Like, why? You're just replacing the Spanish version of English American words and just like not changing the context or how it's spoken in
Right.
Spanish. Dumbasses. All right.
God.
Speaking of like, okay, Argo, we're getting to a fun part of this conversation with sports. So speaking of like, oh, I think it was a cool play, so they shouldn't have pulled the flag, right?
Yeah.
Kind of along that same vein. Baseball's leaning into that kind of stuff. Now, I say baseball, not old school baseball. Old school baseball, well, they're kind of having a controversy right now with a new, it's called Exhibition Baseball League.
Yeah.
Called Banana Ball.
Banana Ball. I fucking love Banana Ball.
I know Banana
And I've
Ball.
seen clips and TikToks. And I sent 3 to Misha. You can't really use the audio in them because I'm pretty sure they're all mainstream songs that you can't put in. But the shenanigans that these people do, which you could not do on the regular Major League field because it would be balking and it would just not, and then again, the old guard, man, they would not be okay with half the stuff they do because it's just like, it's not baseball, this isn't baseball. So that's the thing. There's a really fun thing. Go look it up. Check out your TikToks, your YouTube Shorts, your YouTube channels. Savannah Bananas is like the main team that kind of they started rallying behind this little exhibition sport, which is why I think it's called Banana Ball. I'm not sure. Actually,
that's why it is. But we should probably also describe what Banana Ball even is.
Well, I was gonna say it's an exhibition baseball, so it is based around the sport of baseball, but there's
a lot of shenanigans that happen.
There's not a lot of rules that are followed strictly. So when I say shenanigans, if a song comes on during the middle of an at-bat, which does not happen during baseball, you can see the whole team just start choreography dancing.
Yeah. I love it.
All up until a certain beat in which then the pitcher will set. By the way, the catcher's up. The catcher usually gets down on his knees ready to get ready for the pitch to come in. Nah, he's up dancing too until like the last second before he drops to his knees. That's when the batter stops dancing. He's also other team, but he's dancing with them too. He stops and then gets ready to swing as the pitcher then squares up and just fires home with whatever pitch he was going with. Yeah, that's one pitch in this league. They're just dancing. They're dancing to a song until they felt like it was time to pitch.
There's also some really funny rules that they changed. Like, if you hit a foul ball,
yes, this is the one I was going to say.
And a fan in the stands catches it, it is an out.
The fan participation in this game is wild. If a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out.
Yeah. Dude,
so
the attendance at these games, speaking of fans, is crazy. Like, they're actually selling out entire MLB stadiums for this.
That's insane.
So it's more recent. This is more recent, and I was going to talk about that. This obviously grew out of something small and became big. It started off with hundreds to thousands. And over the years, I think the biggest thing that's helped them is TikToks and stuff like that. Some of their TikToks, again, we'll have them linked and stuff. You can go check it out. Have gotten millions of views, and people are starting to take notice because another thing is, even though it sounds like it's a longer game, right? It sounds like, if they're taking time to dance and stuff, to throw one pitch, the games are quicker. It's meant to be faster, and there's more shit going on, so you're more inclined to pay attention. Again, you catch a foul ball, you just helped your favorite team get an out if you're there to watch a certain team. Or if you want to catch a foul ball and it happens to be your team, you just got your own team guy out. That's not good.
I have 2 questions real quick.
Yeah.
Are they full 9-inning games, or is it like 6 innings?
Yes. I believe they're 9 inning.
Okay.
I think they're 9 innings, yeah.
I'll double check really quick.
And 2,
while I get that answer.
They don't do the dancing like every pitch, right? Or do they?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why. If they did it like every pitch, they'd be so cooked on time, but
there's a 2-hour time limit. There is
it's a time limit. That's right.
2-hour time limit. No bunting. Stealing first base on any pitch. So on any pitch, you can just steal first base.
You can steal first.
Yep. No walks. If a ball four is called, the batter sprints to as many bases as possible, and fans catching foul balls are being an out.
Wait. The batter's sprinting to as many bases as possible? What do you mean? Like,
I don't know what that one is. I'm gonna try and see this. No bunting. Bunting sucks. Is literally. Let me.
Yeah,
you know what? Wait. Let me find this for you. Here. It's on Reddit, which I never go to Reddit, but you know what, Misha? You can read along with this and post it.
I go to Reddit.
In the Bark Meow Telegram.
I can't describe why I go to Reddit, but I go to Reddit.
Rule 1: win the inning, get the point. Every inning is worth 1 point. The team that gets the most runs in an inning gets a point for that inning, except for the last inning where every run counts. So the last inning counts. No new inning can be started after an hour and 50 minutes. If the last inning of the game, every run counts. No bunting. Bunting sucks if a bunter bunts. They're ejected from the game.
They're ejected? Oh my god.
Batters can steal first. On any pitch of any at-bat, the hitter can try to steal first base. This can happen on a passed ball, a wild pitch, or any time the hitter chooses. So if you really just think you can outrun the catcher throwing the first, go for it. No walks allowed. If a pitcher throws ball four, it becomes a sprint. The hitter will take off running while every defensive player on the field must touch the ball before it comes live. The hitter can advance to as many bases as they want. The ball does not have to touch the catcher or the pitcher. So it's got to make the infield and the outfield before it can get back to a base to get him out. Or to
I think
at least try. That's wild, actually.
I love that.
I think I could round the bases all the way before they.
I don't think you could. I think you would run out of steam by about third base.
Nah, man.
I think it's more about the skill of the players because I was going to get into that. The players who play in this are actually like semi-pro / pro level players.
Most of the people have at minimum played college ball.
Yeah, at minimum.
A lot of them are like. A lot of the people you're starting to see fill out these teams because it was only like really one team, 2 teams at the start. They've now expanded to several teams.
I thought there was only 4.
I was gonna say several teams. I think it's only 4 right now. But you're starting to see more minor leaguers start to kind of dip on regular baseball to go do this shit because with its expansive growth, you're starting to see more. It's really fun. It's like lighthearted baseball, and you're starting to see it be more of a social media thing too. So you can become like you can turn it more into a social media career with baseball.
Yeah.
And that can bring its own things. You can take, start taking sponsorship for shoes and shit while you're over there playing for the Savannah Bandanners.
It's also a bit more guaranteed money from what I see, because like you get signed to a team, then all of a sudden it's like an alternate path almost, because if you're playing in the minor leagues in baseball, like a small percentage of players actually go up into the major league. So this is kind of just like an alternate path in a way.
It's true, yeah.
Yes,
players.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, again, honestly, it's just if you're never going to make it to the majors, this just adds another career field you can go into instead of like trying to be a coach somewhere or trying to be an announcer or commentator,
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. So I did want to bring back. We kind of jumped over it. On the 38,000, they are just now. They are filling like their games are filling stadiums, and it's wild to hear. So when you're starting to get to that point and level, you start catching some eyes. There are literal active Major League Baseball players that have made comments about how they think that this banana ball stuff is awful for baseball and just shit.
Yeah. The fun police are here. Listen.
Nope. And one of them, he made the comment along the lines of, if you take a kid to a banana ball game, they're not going to learn real baseball and they're not going to learn anything. Like, why would you ever take them to this?
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
it's fun.
Sure.
Who's bringing their kid to like a Major League Baseball game so that they can learn baseball better? No, you're not doing that. You're bringing your kid to the game so that they can watch baseball.
Yeah,
because it's more fun. You take them to a banana ball game where if they catch a foul ball out, they just help their team get one out. That's fucking awesome.
Oh my god. Can you
fun.
imagine if you're rooting for a specific team and your son catches the ball for the other team? Like, you're gonna get the most
you have to
stern
slap
talking
it. You
to
gotta slap him.
Yeah,
You gotta beat him right
you're
in,
getting your
right
ass
in the stand.
beat in the parking lot, dude.
No,
You
see,
were
here's the thing. You know
You're
what's
gonna
funny
shove
about
your
that?
kid so they don't catch it.
You know what? You know what's the funny thing is I don't think people care enough to that extent. There's competition in this stuff.
I know, I'm joking.
But I think most people just catch the foul ball, even if it's their team. They just do it. And it's I think that's the funny thing about it. It's like, yeah, it's competition, but
they're having fun.
it's still like it's like, nah, I'm gonna catch the foul ball.
You're
It's
still
fun.
engaging.
Yeah. And that's
part of it.
Participation in baseball games is one of its biggest drawbacks. Is there's not, you see, is a number one thing that happens in baseball is you see people catch foul balls off their face, and it's because they're sitting there talking or on their phone or doing something other than paying attention to the game.
Yeah.
And it's not baseball's fault necessarily, but yeah, there's a lot of time where it's like there's not much going on. I don't know, I don't need to see every pitch, right? And well, that person probably should have been paying attention, but that's more for safety nowadays than it is because it's fun. Now it's like, yeah, catch a foul ball. A, you get to keep keep the ball, but B, you're literally impacting the game. You are now a player in the game, so the fans are a player in the game. That's phenomenal. However they came up with that rule, genius. I think that is fucking great.
Yeah, that reminds me of this really good video by Baseball Doesn't Exist. If you haven't watched any Baseball Doesn't Exist videos, you should. They're really good. One of those videos was about how stadiums and different and how teams are like finding ways, like the craziest ways to just have their fans do anything but watch baseball, because they have to find ways to entertain them to actually have them fill seats.
Subway Surfers on the Jumbotron, baby. When do we make it happen?
Yes, sir.
Let's do
Well, I
it.
was gonna say, we were just talking about that.
Subway
Actually,
Surfers.
I believe something that baseball has been trying to do to get the youth into it is to try and be more social media active and stuff.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I know that just like I think it was a hockey game, there's been a couple baseball games where they've put in VTubers up on the Jumbotron.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that.
They're trying to keep with it, which I give them props for trying. I'm just, again, so this is one of those things, and this is why I wanted to ask the chat. Go look up this banana ball stuff, check into it. But, like, what are your opinions on it? Is it damaging to baseball? Is this going to ruin the core sport that it's based off of? What do you guys think? I want to know. Yes, you can make your comment right now.
Yeah, dude, that, like, it's so fucking stupid that, like, they're like, this is gonna ruin the core of baseball. This is obviously a very separate thing. Like, the example I can think of recently was the XFL, which was like, oh, we're football, but harder. Is the XFL still a thing? Oh, wow.
It died and it came back.
Oh, it came back? Oh, yeah. Like, that's the only example I could think of where you could be like, okay, this is gonna take part of the audience from football, from the NFL, and gauge it to this other thing. This is just baseball, but they're being silly. And, like, on top of that, they're thinking of it from a perspective of, like, people are gonna watch one or the other. No, people are gonna go, holy shit, 2 baseball games. It's like the holy shit 2 cakes meme, where it's like, oh,
well, the big thing is...
What's the big thing?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Well, the big thing is as there's only 4 banana ball teams, they can't be in every state, every area doing games. So they have to kind of go on tour to do these things, right?
Yeah.
And so you're almost never going to see a conflict. And if you do, it's one night of one baseball game in that area's city. And it's like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, and it's like...
And then on that note, again, it's like, you're going to miss one night, and their fans are going to go to one, because they're like, yo, Banana Ball's in town this week, let's go. But you know who else is in town for the next 2 weeks? Your home team. Fuck.
Yeah. Dude, the fucking... The guy that was like, oh, well, if you want to take your kid to watch baseball, they're not going to learn anything. Then take your kid to go watch baseball so they can, like, take your kid to go to the game if you want them to learn baseball. Which, you know, granted, he has a point. You're not going to learn correct baseball if you go to Banana Ball. But go have fun. Not everything has to be a lesson. Not everything has to be learning. You know?
The kid also probably knows he's not going to be learning anything at a banana ball game.
Yeah.
The kid isn't stupid. He's not going to just watch banana ball and assume that's how all baseball games are played.
My dumbass would have. I'm gonna be so real. I did use sports. If I would have gone to a banana ball game, my ass would have been like dancing in the outfield. There was nothing else to do in the outfield, dude.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Listen, hot take. Baseball as a kid, kind of boring to play.
I
Yeah, I
was known
agree.
to sit in the outfield during t-ball and pick flowers.
I also
and/or
picked
whatever was
flowers.
grass.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I
would
wish
sit
as a
there.
kid I would have played baseball a little bit more seriously, but I did not give a fuck.
I was really good at, like, if a ball was hit to me, I was on it. Like, it never
Yeah.
got past me. But yeah, I sat on my ass most of the time. If
I
I
was a
wasn't ready
pitcher.
for it, you still are.
Oh.
If I wasn't ready for it, like,
Ah!
if I wasn't ready for the ball,
Yeah,
it got
'cause of the
past
art,
me.
right?
Yeah, the
'Cause
art.
the art,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
yeah.
Padme meme.
I never actually played catcher though.
Every Sunday night. Just to
I
threaten
mean,
God.
I mean, we do got to wrap up because I got to go stream and talk
Yes.
about Furlandia again.
Yeah, I am just excited
Yeah.
to hear what you guys think about Banana Ball. I think it's really fun. I think it's cool. I don't think it's gonna dethrone baseball by any means. I
God,
do
no.
think it's. Some people are trying to compare it to the Globetrotters, but the Globetrotters are kind of a scripted event. It's like a whole
That
thing, right?
was my
I
comparison.
was going to make that comparison.
I was also just
But-
like as the like a big umbrella of like helping people understand. Like obviously there's big differences, like you said, with the scripting, but saying it's like the Harlem Globetrotters kind of gives people a perspective of like, oh, this is X sport, but a little more silly, you know?
Right, yeah.
I've actually
Well, 'cause
seen the Globetrotters live.
Oh, really?
Nice. Like,
Yeah,
The
they've come to
Globetrotters-
they've come to our hometown, Misha.
What?
Yeah, years ago they did.
Oh, wow.
well, the Globetrotters, I will say, so like the thing is, like the Globetrotters, they have some serious talent. That's kind of like their thing is doing
Oh,
the
they
tricky
do.
stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas this is definitely not like, don't go to a banana ball game looking for the god tier Cy Young pitcher. He's not going to be there. No, he's in major leagues pitching for hundreds of millions of dollars.
It's
you know?
me.
It's
I'm
me.
the Cy Young. I'm the Cy Young winner.
But the point being is, it is definitely like, it's not scripted. Either team could win, but it is definitely goofier.
Yeah.
And I actually see this as being more of a better, what do you call that, catalyst or like pipeline to kids getting into real baseball and maybe wanting to check it out. We're like, well, I want to do banana ball, but no, I actually want to try.
Right, yeah.
Because it gives very backyard baseball feels. It's definitely
Yes.
like you're with your friends and you're like, oh, we're gonna come up with this rule, you know? Like I did read specifically on the third inning, the second batter on his second pitch has to do a choreographed dance before he swings or before the pitch.
Oh, it's
so like
specific.
that's like in the rule.
Oh.
So if you have to.
Wow.
But that's the thing is like it gives you something to do. Now I don't know about these tricky pitches that happen. You will have seen them on screen. I don't know what the rules are behind all that, but it's still to the point of like, dude, it's just fun. It just looks fun.
It does.
I know I've been entertained just by watching the TikToks and YouTube shorts of them. I guarantee I could have a good time drinking a couple beers with y'all, watching this event in a banana versus whoever game.
I gotta see when banana ball's coming to us, Misha.
Oh god.
BBM
BBM
Fucking
banana
face.
ball.
banana ball trip.
All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap up the
All
episode
right.
there. Definitely leave your comments down below if you've heard of Banana Ball, if you think Banana Ball is ruining baseball. I know we encourage arguments, but personally, I think if you genuinely think it's ruining baseball, you're a bit of a bitch. But anyway, let me know if you've been to
I think-
Furlandia or if you are gonna like consider Furlandia in the future. I think you should.
Mhm.
If you're listening to this, you should go to Furlandia.
This is Furlandia propaganda.
I think you're allowed to fear banana ball in the sense that change is change and it's scary, but I don't think there's very much of a valid argument that it's gonna erase regular baseball. And if so, baseball, figure out your shit. Figure out what are you gonna do to stop it. Don't just bitch about it. Hey, by the way, just a quick wrap around to what I started off this conversation with. Misha, I'm up to 22 now.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
22.
I need to stream tonight, but I have to kind of film these. And I have to eat dinner still, so I might not stream tonight. I might just focus on chilling and filming these motherfuckers.
You could tune into Misha's stream.
You could tune into the Misha
And
TV/Misha.
as I film. I had a thought of actually popping on Twitch, going live, and just like letting people watch me film them.
I was gonna suggest that actually, but you could get some weird
Behind the
ones.
scenes.
Yeah, that because like I did an editing stream last week and I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I really, guys, I got 6 minutes before I go live.
Run.
Thank you so much to Webster. Thank you to George W. Bush, Alistair the Hyena, Penstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Brava, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Halfman, Amberion, Zombie Brains, Loriafia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Heartless Hero, Pip the Badger, Rays, Theo Firefox, Corleen R, Kai, Quint, Carnelian Fox, and Steam Pony, and Ankara. That was the speedrun version. How'd we do?
Yeah, you fucking went quick.
World record.
I lost a little bit of time
that was
on
that was definitely PB.
Yeah, it was PB. I lost a little bit of time on the breath skip. It took me a couple tries.
The breathing skip?
The breathing skip, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us rant about random bullshit every week, and thank you for listening to me talk about Furlandia. Thank you for listening to these two goobers talk about Banana Ball. A lot less gay than it sounded, but still pretty gay. Let's be real. A bunch of men dancing in a field. It's a little gay. Catching balls. That's also pretty. There's a pitcher and a catcher. Gay? Like, come on. What's gay?
What's gay? Next month.
Ayo, happy Pride Month. Does it? Wait.
We're getting there. 4 days.
This episode comes out in 4 days. Oh, this episode comes out 2 days before.
Ooh. Yeah, just prior.
Next week has to be our gay episode. Okay, this is my fault that this took longer, but bye everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Come see me pitch tonight. I'm pitching for the Mariners tonight.
Oh my god.
Whee! Starting pitcher.
Is that what we're calling Rascal?
What?
You're pitching tonight. That's bye everybody.
Yeah.